The importance of listening to Jesus when he warns of Satanism cannot be overstated. As the Son of God, Jesus has a deep understanding of the spiritual realm and the tactics of the enemy, Satan. Throughout the Bible, Jesus provides warnings and guidance on how to navigate the complexities of spiritual warfare and avoid the snares of Satanism. It is crucial that we heed these warnings and listen to Jesus' teachings, for our spiritual well-being and salvation depend on it. In the Bible, Jesus frequently warns his followers about the dangers of Satan and his minions. He teaches that Satan is a cunning and deceitful enemy who seeks to lead people away from God and into darkness and sin. Jesus warns that Satan is a tempter who will stop at nothing to achieve his goals, using tactics such as lies, deception, and manipulation to lead people astray. He also teaches that Satan is a powerful opponent who can only be defeated through the power of God and the armor of spiritual warfare. One of the most significant warnings Jesus gives is about the dangers of idolatry and the worship of false gods. He teaches that Satan often disguises himself as a false god or idol, seeking to lead people away from the one true God. Jesus warns that those who worship idols or false gods will ultimately be led into darkness and destruction, and that only through worshiping the one true God can we find true freedom and salvation. This warning is especially relevant in today's world, where many people are turning to alternative spiritualities and occult practices that are rooted in Satanism. Jesus also warns about the dangers of spiritual complacency and the importance of being vigilant in our spiritual lives. He teaches that Satan is always seeking to attack and destroy the faithful, and that we must be constantly on guard against his attacks. He warns that spiritual laziness and complacency can lead to spiritual blindness and deception, making us vulnerable to Satan's tactics. Jesus encourages his followers to stay close to God, to seek his guidance and protection, and to trust in his power to overcome any spiritual attack. In addition to these warnings, Jesus also provides guidance on how to overcome Satanism and live a victorious spiritual life. He teaches that the key to overcoming Satan is to trust in God's power and to rely on his strength and provision. He encourages his followers to put on the armor of God, which includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of peace, and the helmet of salvation. Jesus also teaches that prayer and intercession are essential in spiritual warfare, and that we must pray for protection, guidance, and strength in our battles against Satan. Furthermore, Jesus emphasizes the importance of community and fellowship in overcoming Satanism. He teaches that we are not alone in our spiritual battles, but that we are part of a larger body of believers who are united in our struggle against Satan. He encourages his followers to gather together in prayer and worship, to support and encourage one another, and to work together to advance the kingdom of God. This emphasis on community and fellowship is especially important in today's world, where many people are feeling isolated and disconnected from others. In conclusion, listening to Jesus when he warns of Satanism is of the utmost importance. His warnings and guidance provide us with the knowledge and tools we need to navigate the complexities of spiritual warfare and avoid the snares of Satanism. By heeding Jesus' warnings and following his guidance, we can overcome the attacks of Satan and live victorious spiritual lives. We must stay vigilant and be aware of the tactics of the enemy, and we must trust in God's power and provision to overcome any spiritual attack. By doing so, we can experience true freedom and salvation, and we can live out our faith with confidence and boldness. Ultimately, listening to Jesus when he warns of Satanism is a matter of spiritual life and death, and it is crucial that we take his warnings seriously and heed his guidance in our spiritual lives.